Okay, for the next step we're going to need to add some lights, otherwise we won't be able to see what's going on. I'm going to go back to object mode. And add a few lamps around the building. Where you put them is really up to your preference, but try to keep a note of what you're doing, because if you have to do several buildings for a set, then you're really going to want them to have the same lighting. Otherwise you're going to get some very strange shadows. What I'm going to do is put some lights all around the building and one at the top. That should give me a nice even lighting. Okay, and with that done, I can start getting around to the texturing. So if I select my building again, go back to edit mode, and I'm going to apply a few different textures here. I'm going to apply a stone texture to the lower part, a plank texture to these two triangles over here, and a slate texture to the roof. Going to start by selecting the roof and going to the object panel. First, setting this to rendered. Going to create a new material, which I'll call slate. I'm going to set the specular intensity way down. Otherwise it's going to end up looking shiny, which is not a look I'm going for, and going to the texture tab. Okay, open, and I've got my slate texture over here. Right now it's applied it to my whole model. Why did you do that? Ah, of course, I overrode the default material, so that's just going to apply it to everything for now. No big deal. Right, let's get finished with this. I'm going to change texture size because those slates are obviously too huge for this. There, that looks like a more sensible size. And I'm going to apply the wood to the triangles next. In case you were wondering, I got the textures from textures.com. You need to sign up, but they do have some really nice free textures. So I'm going to add a new material. I'm going to name it blank so I can find it again later. Again, specular all the way down. And I'm going to apply some textures. Okay, we can see the texture there now. I'm just going to modify it a little so it looks better. First of all, as you can see, the planks are going left to right instead of up and down. So in image sampling, I'm going to hit flip X and Y axis. That turns the image 90 degrees for mapping, so it's facing the right way up. Next, I'm going to go to the image size. Again, gives it a more sensible size. And since the structure comes with a normal map, I'm also going to edit it. It gives a little extra detail to it. I just need to tick normal map, flip XY axis, so it's going to go along the same direction as the color map, and apply the same size. Finally, I'm going to say that this does not affect the color, but it does affect the normal geometry. Okay. Finally, I'm going to add the texture to the lower part of the building. Again, new material. New texture. Tend to be even smaller. Yeah, that's a bit more sensible. Okay. To save this. Again, want to get these textures in these spaces. Okay, so we're going to hit new. Can give it a name here. Let's call it textured. Okay. Jump to the render panel, bake, and hit bake. And now it's applied the textures to the model. Okay, as you can see, there's this margin here which we can get rid of by setting margin to 0 down here. Okay, and if we save this, we can already start working on the template. But let's add a few more details first, like a door or a window, for example. Right, going back to 3D view, object mode. Let's go back to solid for now. We don't need all the detail. So in order to add a door, I'm just going to add a reference object so I can see what I'm doing. Adding a cube, which shall be 2 meters tall, and let's say 80 centimeters wide. Let's put it off to the side here. I'm going to set the view to orthogonal. not having the perspective makes it easier to make these adjustments. And I'm selecting the building again and going to edit mode. What I want to do is add a couple of cuts along this side and 2 vertical cuts to frame the door. So I'm going to pick a knife, and again we don't need to be terribly precise here, but it helps. The important thing is not to distort any geometry. So for example, don't pull any points out of alignment because that will distort the final textures. There. And here we've created a new face which we can work with. Okay, deleting this cube because we don't need it anymore. And I'm going to extrude this in just a little bit. You can also apply a texture to it. I'm going to use the same plank texture we used with the upper part. Just to give it a bit of contrast from the bricks. And I'm going to add a window somewhere around the back. I'm going to be a bit less precise this time. Select, extrude it in a little, and here I might as well create a new material. Just want to leave it as a gap for now. Okay. So that's what our building is looking like now. And I'm just going to bake this again. So if we go back to UV image editor, we can see that we've got our door and window textures in there now as well. Okay, I'm going to save this. And we can get to work on the image itself now.